Welcome to an Attack of the Show special edition.
Tonight, it's all about my picks. Things that interest me, things that tickle me.
Tickle you? Hot. It's Olivia's picks tonight, everybody. Enjoy.
You can tickle me.
Pick up on this.
Welcome to Attack of the Show, everyone. I'm Kevin Pereira.
And I'm Olivia Munn. Tonight, we're bringing you an Attack of the Show special edition of my favorite moments as we prepare for our week-long live coverage of E3, the world's biggest video game event.
That's right. We're just 7 days out from the year's biggest news on all the titles for the PlayStation 3, Nintendo Revolution, even the Xbox 360.
Our live marathon coverage begins May 9th at 6 p.m. Eastern. Oh, you want more?
There can't possibly be more.
Oh, there is in fact more, because there will be all new Attack of the Shows beginning May 15th. We'll have a new set, new faces, and more of that signature Attack of the Show attitude.
Nice. But in the meantime, everyone,
the first thing I want to share with you is a visit to the Playboy Mansion's annual Halloween party with the adorable and always well-groomed John Walsh.
Yeah, baby. I know a party when I smell one. It's Halloween at the Playboy Mansion. That's right, the Playboy Mansion, the place that Hef calls home. And as you can tell, we're decked out for a little Halloween party tonight. No, not the beautiful people party. I mean, look at me. No, this is Hef's party for his special friends. No boobies, no tushy, but you do have your ghouls and your goblins and your ghosts, and of course, you have your haunted house. Okay. I'm here with Ava Fabian, who's Miss August. 1986,
yep.
And she's promised to be my bodyguard as we go through the haunted attraction.
Yes, you can hold on to me.
We're from the... Oh, shit! Somebody told me you're going to get groped in the dark at Hugh Hefner's house. I'd say, well, I'm down, right? I seriously, I want to go back to filter. This doesn't happen.
Watch.
Oh! And while I was changing into some dry pants, I managed to get in a few words with Mr. Hefner himself, who this Halloween is going as... Why the hell would he want to be anybody but Hugh Hefner? So you girls come here often?
Yes, very often.
Oh, well,
We're
nice.
regulars.
I think the tricks and treats at the Playboy Mansion are a little different.
What really scares you?
What really scares me? What really scares me? When the party doesn't work, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But it always works.
Well, it's the end of a very exciting Halloween night here at the Playboy Mansion. Now, before I leave, let's just get this over with. Will you go out with me?
No.
Fine.
there's something about those Playboy women, fully nude, but super classy, you know?
You told me earlier that you got bored at those places. What does that say about you?
Metro was the wrong prefix?
Okay, wait, I gotta ask you, what happened to John anyway?
Actually, he left. There's just not enough room on this show for two pretty boys, so...
Who's the other
you need
pretty
to go.
boy?
Did you have to ask? Because you could have just made me look awesome in front of everybody. Thank you.
Pretty.
Thank you.
Pretty bird, pretty bird.
Now here's something I didn't know, Olivia, at least about you, really, is that you like like the Lowrider culture, right?
Yes, I do.
Well, or maybe she just has a thing for our tech reporter, Will O'Neill.
Will O'Neill coming here from San Bernardino, California for the 2006 Lowrider Tour. When it comes to car culture, the Lowrider scene is one of the most unique and one of the oldest scenes in the automotive world.
Car-wise, we have over 600 entries, which is a pretty big show, especially in Southern California. We have different categories from the original, traditional lowriders. You got your truck category, your subcompact, and the bicycle category.
Whether it's an old school chop-top classic or a tricked-out truck, on the show floor, it's all about the looks.
This Hummer here right here carries 106 televisions, 615 woofers with 4,000 watt amps.
dollars here. How much money went into creating this Hummer right here?
Well, the frame itself that it's sitting on, $30,000, all chrome. The paint itself, $50,000, and the system alone, $150,000. So we're looking pretty good here.
These hoppers definitely aren't as pretty as the show cars, but they certainly bring in the crowd.
We try to build the best hoppers and go everywhere in the nation trying to prove that we're the best.
How do you make the cars hop?
Well, with the help of hydraulic system, which activate cylinders that we place them in the front suspension of the car and also in the rear suspension. The hydraulic pistons, they compress the coil springs, and as you compress and release the spring, it gives you the reaction of a hop.
And we also have the radical category for the hoppers. Radical hoppers are actually the ones that break apart, they dance, they do all these different movements. These people are second, third generation families that have been building cars and are passing it on to their kids. And we've seen the generations going by.
It don't get any better than this.
Yeah.
Rough job,
I
apparently.
know. Will gets a lot of nice women out there.
It's the camera crew, though. I've seen him go out on his own, let me tell you, nothing. I mean, if he's cruising WeHo in his lowrider, then absolutely, he's getting
It's the
numbers
camera
left and
crew?
right. But
Do you always keep a camera crew with you?
yeah, I pay buddies of mine to walk around with camcorders. No tape, but if you just have somebody following you like you're somebody, doesn't matter. It's instant entourage. It's a good tip.
It's kind of creepy.
But why are we stuck in the studio all the time? It's not.
I know, right? Will gets to get out all the time and have all the fun.
We'll have lots more of Olivia's favorite Attack of the Show moments, including a visit with the Formula D gang, right after this.
Will O'Neill will no longer be in the rest of my show.
I paid an intern to shoot him in the throat once.
Attack of the Show, baby. Attack.
Welcome back to the special Attack of the Show edition featuring my favorite TV moments from this season.
Yeah, you know, I would have never have guessed it, but Olivia, you're quite a car nut, aren't you?
Yeah, I love Formula D. You know, growing up in Japan, it's called ricing out your cars when, you
Sure.
see them dropped and crazy painted. And
We call it Uncle Benning around these parts.
Uncle Ben.
But it's fair enough.
I just got that.
Yeah, right?
My little brother is an amazing car guy. All my uncles are car guys. I've been into them since I was really, really little. And it's Formula D especially, it's precision driving, and it's really a technique. Some people don't call it a sport, but it's truly amazing.
It definitely is. It's more of a sport than cheerleading, right?
I like cheerleading too, actually.
Oh, okay, all right, fair enough. But you're
That's
a car
hard.
nut.
You try to do flips and throw people in the air and cheer and still smile, and then you tell me if it's a sport.
I could do a double back handspring into the Chinese basket in my bedroom. Beat that. Thank you. So you're
Maybe
a fan
you're
of the
a
cars.
cheerleader.
I know you're a fan of the reckless driving as well. But, you know, what do you know? You like the Formula D stuff, right?
I do.
Take a look. You know, I work for G4 TV.
Oh, really? We're representing the Whipset Girls.
Have you seen the promo for that show? Someone's about to get served here at Formula D. I'm going to show the ladies how real G4 hosts do it. And the white Drift King car performing an excellent power drift here. Aerial shots of the Formula D event today, provided by the Attack of the Show emblem. You can... Oh, son of a bitch! Between the vendors and the video games and the gorgeous booth babes, it's kind of easy to forget why we're here in the first place, but then you realize it's all about the drifting.
And basically, it's the ultimate in car control. It's keeping the car in control, but on the border of going out of control. And you're sliding around a controlled course, trying to rack up as many points as you can in 4 different categories.
The judges are right behind me using their PDAs to score the action, and you can tell they're into it. I'm not sure what power level he's at, but that hair is awesome. Now, a lot of people are talking about their cars. They're talking about carbon fiber, and they're talking about spoilers. They're talking about anything they can to gain a competitive edge. You've gone with the foam Rockford Fosgate finger. Why is that, Tony?
Well, it's much like Reese's vertical plastic wings. The foam in the fingers actually works as a sort of diffuser when you're sideways, and it keeps the car in line, allows me to get back on the gas much earlier.
He says that the foam fingers are not only more aerodynamic, but they offer more flexibility than your measly little wing. How do you respond to something like that?
Ours are stiff, theirs are limp.
G4 TV, attack of the show. We love drifting. All right, it's attack of the show. Here we go. It's yeah, drifting. Now, no one really cares. That's here at the drift event. Okay, but I have to ask, why drift racing? Like, I know your brother and his friends were into it, but what is it about drift racing that you like?
Well, if you've ever seen an event, or if you've even tried to drift before, the things they do are crazy. They'll be driving at you at, like, over 100 miles an hour, the car going sideways, where it looks like it's going out of control, but they've got to keep it in control. They do this thing called, like, kissing the wall, where the car's going so fast, they touch the wall, they don't dent it or anything, they come right back out. They do this maneuver where you're driving, your feet are like this, but instead it's called the heel toe, where your heel and toe, it's on the gas and the brake and the clutch and the brake.
So you're juggling back in between while using the clutch. And...
Yeah, your feet are like this, not like this, but like this. And that's just a skill that I've got to say I'm very, very, very admire.
Impressive. I can see the passion. That's cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right, drag racer Nicole Lions was the first African-American woman to race in the pro stock divisions. She's a pioneer of women's history, just like Madame Curie, except she's not radioactive. It's a good thing.
Nicole Lions has been racing cars most of her life and tearing up the National Hot Rod Association circuit. And, oh, by the way, she also owns and operates her own muscle car engine and restoration shop. Take that, Jesse James! I'm going to get beat with a lead pipe now, aren't I, for saying that? Probably.
No, that's okay.
Okay, good.
I won't beat you.
Good. Nicole, welcome to the show. It's Jesse I'm worried about, but...
yeah.
But fair enough. I appreciate that. No violence
I am a black belt, too, but...
What else? Anything else? Skydiving, surfing,
no.
Culinary arts?
No.
Nothing? All right.
Nothing else.
Let me tell you, your inspiration for this, I'm assuming it's dear old daddy, right?
Yes, it is, definitely.
Tell me about your father. I'm curious.
My dad, I have to say, he was just a wonderful guy. I'm really the ultimate hustler, if there was one. He was that.
Right.
He made it happen at all times, and he was a famed street racer, so he did his thing on the street, and I'm taking it to the track. So that's what kind of it came from. It came from him.
So how long did you have to wait until you actually got behind the wheel again and actually got to do it for yourself?
Well, he had me behind the wheel at 7, so I really didn't have to wait too long.
That's great.
But that's when I started driving.
So what was your first car? What did you actually take out there?
First car I had was a '69 GTO.
Classic.
And yes, it was. It had only 48,000 original miles on it. So it was pretty rare, and that's kind of what I learned in. But other than that, I mean, I did a little things on the street with my dad's cars, not to give street racing, a lot of glory, but
sure.
We did our thing very early, I should say.
Well, good,
about
good.
15, I was out there on the street. So
now, and it's not just you're not just behind the wheel. You can also work under the hood, I'm told.
Yes, I can. I do everything from complete auto restoration on muscle cars to building actual race and high performance engines. So
and I hate to ask the cliche question, but I kind of have to. I mean, because it's important. As a female in that industry, do you get treated differently? Do the guys do they josh you? Do they believe that you couldn't possibly know how to operate a wrench? Or
well, most of them don't think that my car is what it is until they hear it fire up. Once they hear it fire up, they know, okay, this girl's got to be serious,
right.
Or something, or it's a lot of muffler underneath that car.
Sure.
So they pretty much give me my respect after I go down the track.
So now, we're talking about going down the track, we're seeing your car here. I heard it was pro stock, so I figured, okay, this car only turns left. This has got to be like stock racing. It's a little bit different than that, correct?
Well, what we're going after is pro stock, which it still resembles a car, like how mine looks, like a Firebird and everything like that, except this will look like a Cobalt. But to you out there, it probably wouldn't look like a Cobalt.
Right.
But that's the whole pro stock thing, is that kind of, setup. It still looks like a car to the audience.
And so where's this actually taking you now?
This is taking me to where I really want to be. Comp Eliminator, we're going to try to shoot for that next season, which would probably be 6 seconds in the quarter mile. A little under what pro stock actually goes. But pro stock is where it's at. Those are where the big boys play, and that's where I want to be.
That's awesome. So Nicole, thank you for coming on and
Thanks
not beating me with
so
a
much
lead
for having
pipe.
me.
Oh, a cute girl who likes fast cars. Man, if she only owned a liquor store, she'd basically be the perfect woman.
I'm sure she's touched by that sentiment, Kevin. Still ahead in this collection of my favorite clips, tech reporter Will O'Neill bothers a bunch of girls, and we'll meet sex advice columnist Dan Savage when Attack of the Show continues. I thought I said no more Will O'Neill.
It's...
Get my agent on the phone, please.
Sorry.
It can't work like this.
Attack of the show, baby. Attack.
Welcome back to this oh-so-very special edition of Attack of the Show featuring all of Olivia's favorite segments.
You relax and enjoy this while we gear you up for our week-long live coverage of E3, the world's biggest video game event.
We're just 7 days out from the year's biggest news on all the titles for the PlayStation 3, the Nintendo Revolution, and the Xbox 360.
Our live marathon coverage begins May 9th at 6 p.m. Eastern. But in the meantime, tech reporter Will O'Neill is an evil genius. Not only does he get to play with all the coolest new gadgets, he's actually found a way to hit on women for a living. I admire that.
Take it from me. It's never easy being a new guy at work.
Nice hair.
There's learning the politics of the office copier.
Whose copier is this?
Whoa,
Whose copier
it
is this?
says Biff.
It says
Biff's copier, yeah.
Biff's copier. I'm
okay,
Biff.
all right,
Sorry.
Biff.
Don't
okay.
be real. This is my copier.
Here's your raspberry tea, Mr. Pereira.
Great, just leave it right there, Alex. Thanks.
Dealing with the big egos that come with a successful show. And of course, the death threats. But none of that matters once you tie your horse to the company post. That's right, we're talking about cracking some in-house tail. But first we gotta answer this question. Will chicks dig it? First step to closing the deal, establish curiosity.
Hey, what's this?
The Creative Zen Microphoto MP3 player. It has 8 gigabytes of memory. It holds about 4,000 songs, as well as thousands of photos. It even syncs with Microsoft Outlook, contacts, calendars, and tasks. Want to touch it?
Yes, please.
Step 2, show them that you're interested. Hey, I got something for you.
Ooh, what's that?
The Motorola Razr, now in pink, costs about $300 for an unlocked phone. The digital camera has 4x digital zoom. You can watch MPEG-4 video clips on it, as well as listen to MP3s. It even has Bluetooth. Mind if I get your info?
Sure.
Name?
Holly.
Number?
555-1212.
Breast size?
34C.
Pain threshold?
Hi.
Sweet. And finally, step 3, be direct.
This looks neat.
Yeah, it's the Toshiba Libretto U105. It comes with Windows XP Professional, has 500 megabytes of memory, 60 gigabyte hard drive, as well as Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. The screen is 7 inches, and it only weighs 2 pounds. But really cool is this biometric sensor that you can use to log in simply by running your finger across it.
It's so little and cute.
Oh, you think so?
Mm-hmm.
You know what's not so little and cute? So take it from the new guy at work. The best way to make friends is to sleep with them.
What is it that you like about him? I don't get it. Is it the hair? What? Because I rocked a faux hawk for a long time, Olivia, and I got nothing but grief for it.
Kevin, I'm just trying to get a free iPod out of him, okay? Shh.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense. I feel a lot better now. Girls can't resist iPods, I know. And at this year's Consumer Electronics Show, we found a bunch of other shiny crap that drives girls like Olivia wild.
Oh, my God!
I'm here at CES, the biggest consumer electronics show in the entire world. It's in Vegas, but I've got one problem. It always seems like such a boys' club around here. I mean, there's guys here, there's guys there. Where are all the gadgets for the chicks? I'm gonna find them. Monica, you're here with Motorola. Hello,
Yes,
how
hi.
are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm really good because now I've got some sunglasses that do a lot more than shield out the sunlight. Tell me about these guys.
We are working with Oakley sunglasses. We're putting Bluetooth wireless technology onto the sunglasses. Now you can stream music from your mobile phone to your sunglasses. So you're listening to your favorite song, sitting on the beach, then your friends call, say, hey, I'm coming to meet you, we're going surfing. You take the call, turn it off with the touch of a button, and you're back listening to your music.
So I'll become even more of that person who talks to herself
Basically.
walking down the street without a phone. Tom from LG, I noticed you're holding in your hand something that looks like, I don't know, a very high-tech thermometer. Am I right?
Actually, it's a Bluetooth device capable of syncing with your cellular phone. It has a keypad where you can dial, caller ID with display.
I'm at CES looking for products that women like me want. Why is this a good product for someone like me?
Sleek, small, fits in your bag.
Is this marketed towards people who have very tight jeans and need to put things like that in our back pockets?
Absolutely.
Just about the only thing this sleek little puppy doesn't do is vibrate. Sorry, ladies. gem next to me from Yamaha. What do we have here? It looks like a guitar, but all electronic?
Yes, it is. The great thing about this is an amazing learning tool. There's songs built into here, so you can actually play along, and then it shows you where the chords will be lit up on the fretboard. It runs on MIDI, okay? So you can download different songs that are in here.
So, Pereira, I think this blows guitar here out of the water. Yeah, that's gross. I'm here with Chris from LG. Chris, it looks like you're holding something that I really like. That's jewelry. I thought LG made mobile phones.
Well, this is our new USB thumb drive. It's 1 gig capacity, and it really is an accessory. And you can have it personally engraved and hand it over to your loved one. It comes in a gift case. Technology is more of an accessory these days, especially for small mini devices such as this.
USB might be US Bling.
US Bling, yes.
All right, so I combed the CES floor. I found thousands of gadgets among thousands of people, thousands of booths. And you know what? There are gadgets for women. There are like 4 of them. So, my point's been made.
That's a lot of gadget heads in one place.
Yeah, sadly, it takes Vegas about a week to get rid of the nerd smell.
I like nerds, just so you know.
That's good. That's good.
I find them hot.
Are you hitting on me?
You're not a nerd. You're just a dork.
No. Stick around. There's lots more of Olivia's special Attack of the Show edition to come, including a visit with the Suicide Girls. So stay tuned. I'm not a dork. I'm a nerd.
Nerds are smart and
I have a TI graphing calculator.
And wear glasses.
Welcome back to this special Olivia Picks edition of Attack of the Show. Coming up in this half hour, we're going to wrestle with some moral dilemmas with the help of my spiritual advisor.
And Kevin's going to go all Fabio with the Whisper Quiet Bedroom PC. But first...
What is it about a case of the crazies that just makes any girl seem hot? I mean, everything else being even, a guy will go for the insane chick 5 out of 6 times, which really is the secret of the Suicide Girls' success. Ladies, how are you?
We're doing good. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Now, so tell me, what are the Suicide Girls all about?
The Suicide Girls is a punk rock pinup website, and the community of adoring fans all over the world that love them.
Okay, now what separates us from any other website? What makes a Suicide Girl a Suicide Girl?
They're girls that live life by their own standards. They kind of take it into their own hands, and they are mostly tattooed and pierced. They have maybe
a sign that you're living your life on your own.
Yeah, they might have hair color that doesn't fall within the natural range.
So now, why did you actually start the Suicide Girls?
I started the site as a way to kind of celebrate the pierced and tattooed women that I knew, the girls that were so beautiful and weren't really represented anywhere in mainstream media. You know, you get these images of either like the Baywatch beauties that are totally silicone enhanced and created, or you get like these super stick thin supermodels. And I was like, the women that I know are beautiful, they're amazing, and there's no real images of them anywhere. And so I wanted to take the classic pinup style poses and put the ladies that I knew in them, give them the same sort of respect.
Well, now since you've started it, I mean, the site has really sort of caught on like wildfire. How big do you think the community has grown?
We get about 1 million unique visitors a week.
Wow.
Half of which are female.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got two 14-year-old boys visited my blog last week. I was very excited about that, but now I understand it pales in comparison. So, now when you talk about,
have a journal on Suicide Girls. You get a lot more attention.
I'm afraid of tattoo parlors and piercings. Actually.
Well, we're not a tattoo parlor.
Okay. Well, I don't think I have what it takes to be a suicide. Is there a suicide guy? Are there suicide guys?
There's a group where boys can take photo sets
and put them up.
But it's more about
their
the
own
ladies.
thing.
Probably not the main draw of the site, I would
Yeah.
assume. Yeah. Finally, real quick, what's the best part of being a suicide girl in your opinion?
Everyone loving you.
I thought that's what cable television was going to be. But it's not. Thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate it. Love the website. And we look forward to the future.
So is it really the crazy that excites you, Kevin?
No, look, they're not crazy. They have a style, they have an attitude. Sometimes it's tattoos and piercings. Others just have like that sort of affinity for the pinup lifestyle, if you will. But I just like the fact that I can pay to see the boobs on the internet, actually.
You like the easy access, don't you?
Pretty much.
All right. Well, so there you are, dressed like Freddie Mercury, hanging from a soccer goal, minding your own business, and some other clowns just come along to muscle in on your act. Which one of you will last the longest? Place your bets. Bonsai is the show for you. Let's take a look at the craziest Japanese import since alien robot hentai.
Fantastic Freddy Man Flutter!
Rules of Mercury Man Gamble, simple.
Each Freddy must hang on to a traditional soccer crossbar for as long as possible, using only their hands.
If a Freddy falls, he lose. Last Freddy hanging will be declared a winner.
Understand? Good.
Freddy number 1 is tribute to the Bohemian Rhapsody period of Mr. Mercury. Freddy number 2 likes to call himself Live Aid Freddy. Number 3 is a big leather Freddy. Question is, which Freddy going to be able to hang on crossbar for longest time?
Who will it be? A. Bohemian. B. Fatty. Or C. Leather. A. Pathetic. B. Rubbish. C. Useless.
To find out which of our Freddys is the champion and which one bites the dust, tune in to Bonsai right here at midnight.
And you can, of course, play along live online at g4tv.com and maybe join the ranks on our weekly leaderboard as well. Look at these proud champions, huh? Take a look.
Once again, it's Bonsai every Tuesday night at midnight as part of our barbed wire biscuit block right here on G4. What I love about this show is how it tackles hard technical information in language that makes sense to people, especially to sexy people. Kevin checked out a bedroom PC not long ago, and that's when we learned that HTML stands for How to Make Love.
Now, dim the lights, my little lustrels. It's time to bring passion into the digital age. Since you and your computer have already spent, so much intimate time with each other, it's only natural that we bring it out of the office and into the magic room. First thing, of course, when it comes to the bedroom PC, ladies and gentlemen, is quietness. Because I want to hear all the things I'm doing right, Paige. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes.
Paige, are you feeling adults only, or?
Oh, adults only, of course.
I know you are, of course. Consenting adults, by the way, Your Honor. I smack adults only. I'm going to press play, and the music will begin shortly.
Yeah.
That sounds good. I'm sorry? I'm in between accents at the moment, but I'll settle down very shortly. So, we have adults only going, but Paige, as you can see, clearly the mood just isn't right.
No, we're missing something.
Something is missing. Perspiration and animals. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. The SPCA would have a field day with my lunchroom. No, we're missing the mood. We need to set the lights. We need to set the tone. But a ladies' man can't use the clapper. No clap allowed. Seriously. You have to automate this, Paige.
Yes.
This is the Home Pro RF automation system, and we're going to use it in conjunction with the Z-Wave home automation system from Home Seal Light Control. So, using the Media Center add-on, I'm going to back out to the main menu, go to my programs.
Oh.
Yeah, and I have something set just for you there, Paige.
I like that.
To bring it down. You do like it, don't you? And when you're done, forget cuddling. No, while I'm sending you off to make me a sandwich, I'm just going to go back to my Media Center main page and hit my TV and cue up my favorite shows. Isn't that delightful? You like it, don't you?
Kevin, when is the part where you slip her a Mickey?
It's already happened. Exactly. In about 5 minutes, it's all gravy. For a complete list of all the components in our bedroom PC and for all my personal grooming tips, visit attackoftheshow.com.
The I can't believe it's not butter people never called, huh?
No, not yet. Not yet. Still waiting. But when this special edition of Olivia's favorite Attack of the Show bits returns, we're going to get sex advice from a syndicated columnist and a fake priest. Stay tuned.
Attack of the Show, baby. Attack.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show.
This special edition was personally hand-selected by me for your entertainment and enjoyment.
But there's something that I must ask, Olivia. Like, do you know about love? Do you want to know about love?
Yeah, Kevin. What can you teach me?
Oh, so many things, Olivia. But let's give author Dan Savage a crack first. It's the right thing to do.
Dan Savage does not shock easily, which is a good thing because the internationally syndicated writer of the Savage Love, Sex, and Relationship column has fielded inquiries about nearly every act and fetish under the sun. Welcome, Dan.
Thanks for having me.
Good to have you here.
Good to be here.
Savage Love, been around for how long now, 15 years?
15 years.
That's an eternity.
Yeah, 7 years I like to think we're pre-internet, and now about 6, 7 years post-internet. It really changed how you write a sex advice column.
The internet has?
Yeah,
How
absolutely. Because it used to be, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you got a lot of questions from people who were like, oh, I live in Oklahoma and I want to be spanked and peed on,
yeah.
and I'm the only one. And you would refer them to the organizations in Oklahoma for peeing spankers.
Right.
And now they just Google their peeing spank fetish, and they find the 40 other people in Oklahoma who want to pee and spank.
So the internet users that are asking for your advice have really got problems at this point.
Well, the ones who ask me for referrals, the ones who can't figure out how a search engine works, now it's much more like, here's the problem, unpack it. And those questions are more interesting. I'm glad to be done with the referral questions.
Peeing and spanking, for some people that's kind of a big deal, but your questions really range. I mean, that is tame compared to some of the questions that you're getting.
That is not only tame compared to, I actually think that is tame, period.
Tame, period.
When it comes to fetishes.
You see how desensitized you've gotten? So what's like one of the craziest questions that you've gotten recently? I'm almost afraid to ask, but...
I'm just writing a column today giving some advice to a man who had sex with his mother as a teenager. Just once, so it's okay.
Just the once.
And wants to know what to do about it and how to discuss it with mom, because they've never broached the subject since.
Wow. And how does someone like yourself go about giving him the right path?
You just pull it out of your ass. The weird thing about a sex advice column is, or being an advice columnist at all, is you appear omniscient because you have all the answers.
Right.
But you don't print the letters that you don't have answers for.
Sure.
You just throw those away. But I have something to say to this guy, so I'm gonna tell him what to do. And it's just my opinion. You look up advice in the dictionary, it says opinion about what could or should be done. The only qualification you need to give somebody advice is that they asked you for it.
Sure. All right. Look for Dan's column, Savage Love, in Better City papers everywhere. And visit thestranger.com, where you can read Dan's column online right now, plus archives.
That wasn't nearly as savage as I, feared it would be.
It's true. It barely qualified as heathen in my book. But you know what really is savage, Olivia? The relentless tide of video game news that's coming your way as we count down to E3. Yeah, for breaking E3 news, you just got to turn to E3insider.com.
That's the official website of E3.
Sure is. E3insider.com is your source for news, demos, and Joel Gordine's unique fan cam coverage of the events as they unfold.
Watch it live or download the podcast of all your E3 news at E3insider.com.
But when I'm elsewhere on the internet, things get a little dicey, and I find myself on unsteady moral ground. Whenever that happens, I turn to my clergyman for guidance.
Now, everyone knows that if it exists, you can find it on the internet. That's a given. But every once in a while, I stumble across some sites that, they make me feel a little funny and, to be honest, a little guilty. But I'm not sure if I should have any actual guilt over these feelings, so I called on my spiritual advisor, Father Walsh, and asked, does this count as sex? You see, Father, it's like this. I dropped my cell phone the other day, and this woman accidentally stepped on it with her high-heeled shoe, and I just,
I had a bit of a trouser sneeze, did you?
I'm sorry?
Go on, my son.
Right, well, I want to know if something like this even counts as actual sex. I mean, does it?
Well, yes and no. You see, my son, this is a case of what we might call corumpophilia, sexual gratification derived from seeing inanimate objects crushed.
Oh, so it's not just limited to phones, then?
Oh, heavens, no. No, for some people, it's fruit or cigarettes or even toy cars.
Wow, that's... Okay, well, how about this one, then? How about this one? I work as the side gig as a clown, as you know, on the weekends. And
I don't approve of that, but yes.
Yes, Father, I'm sorry. But the other day I was blowing up a balloon for a young lad, and it was incredible.
Oh, yes. Behold a new Jerusalem.
Yes, bingo, yes. Bingo. What is that?
Well, that's inflatiophilia, which, interestingly enough, derives its name from the same Latin root as our word for flatulence.
Yeah, I didn't need to know that, Father.
Philistine.
Right. So what is this about?
Well, if you enjoy this sort of thing, you're a lunar.
Oh, so lunars are people who get off on blowing up balloons?
Yeah, not just blowing up balloons. Some are also stimulated by the color, the texture, or the smell of the balloon itself.
Oh. Wait a minute, they get off on the smell of the balloon? That's kind of weird, don't you think?
Well, I'm not one to judge.
Oh, okay, true. Now, what do you think of this one? The other day I was shopping for surgical supplies, like I do on the weekends.
As you're wont to do.
And I saw this box of adult-sized diapers.
Oh, dear.
No. I mean, listen, at first I thought, that would be so convenient. But then when I really got to thinking...
Oh, boy, where does the time go? Huh?
But Father, I just...
Hello? Yes, please hold, Your Holiness. Kevin, I really should take this.
Your phone didn't even ring, Father.
Not everybody hears the call. Now shoot.
I'm more confused than ever, but thank you, Father Walsh. Time.
Hey, Kevin, where is Father Walsh these days?
Yeah, sadly he was reassigned to another parish pending an investigation, if you will.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with more of my favorite Attack of the Show moments, so stay tuned or you'll miss a peek behind the scenes of the new Superman movie after these messages.
Attack of the Show, baby. Attack.
Welcome back to this special edition of Attack of the Show.
I personally hand-selected these lovely little TV bits for you to enjoy while we ramp up for our week-long live coverage of E3, the world's biggest video game event. Yay!
We're just 7 days out from the year's biggest news on titles for the PlayStation 3, Nintendo Revolution, even the Xbox 360.
Yes, our live marathon coverage begins May 9th at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Now, women might not always want to dance with you or go to the movies, but they've got to eat sometime, and they loves to do the eating. And if you're patient enough, you can win her over with dinner, according to cookbook author Doug Veith.
Win Her with Dinner. Fantastic book. The book's premise is, quote, based on the simple truth that women like to see a guy put forth a little effort.
Right.
I've seen 1,001 of these books in stores. I've read 1,001 of them, to be honest.
Sure, yeah.
Never had any success. So is this the one that's going to do it? Like, do you have any success stories for me?
Yeah, we've got a lot of success stories, ranging from, guys that have just started dating who, 3 weeks in, they make a meal, a year later they're dating. A lot of the stories you can't really repeat on air.
Okay.
Because
I was going to say, because wooing her for another year is not exactly what I'm going for. I'm just hoping for wooing her for another 3 or 4 hours.
Sure. Well, this is the book. Basically, what it is, it's a toolbox. It has all the things. It's the only cookbook on the market that has wine and music paired up with each meal.
That's what I like. It's not just, hey, throw this on the foreman and tell her to shut up and sit on the couch for a little while.
Right.
This is put on the music. What is good music? What should we actually be putting on for these ladies?
Well, seeing them it's Valentine's Day, I think one of the best CDs that you can think about putting on is Roxy Music Avalon. It's probably the seminal bedroom album.
And what genre is this here? Because I like really hard Euro trance. I like to really keep the tempo up and keep her engaged, for all 45 seconds.
That could work for after dinner.
Okay.
Presuming there is an after dinner.
Right. Okay. So this is for the actual meal.
This is actually for the meal, and it actually works well into after the meal as well.
Now, how did you get the idea for this? With cooking especially, that was the ticket. I thought women just wanted you to throw money at them. I thought it was better to take them out and spend $50 on a nice dinner, maybe $15 on an okay dinner.
Well, the idea came about basically with a bunch of guys living in New York City, pooling our money. You can't, when you just get out of college, you can't really afford to eat out all the time and go out drinking. So we pooled our money, we started cooking. Women started working their way into the equation, and I think the one reaction we started to see was women going, guys don't do this. What's going? We're so impressed.
Right.
You're playing music. You've got great wine. You've got beer. You've got the whole thing.
But what's next? Next, should we be doing the laundry next? Should we be cleaning? Should we be making the babies? Come on now.
That will happen eventually, I think. If you follow the book to the T, yeah.
Good.
But
eventually, we're taking off our shoes and staying in the kitchen all day. It's a sad, but if it works, I'm all for it.
Yeah, the book is a bona fide. It's fail-proof. If you follow it to a letter, you're good to go.
I agree. I've read it. It's so well put together. But now can we give out some info for free? Can we cliff notes our audience?
Sure.
I want to know what is the perfect thing to cook for dinner? What is the be-all end-all meal?
Okay. Well, if it's Valentine's Day, okay. I think we've got a recipe that's sesame encrusted ahi tuna with stir-fried shiitake mushrooms and asparagus,
a little hot, Doug.
with a sesame cucumber salad.
I like that.
It's Valentine's Day. It's red. You've got great tuna.
But see, a guy like me, like I said, I go as far as throwing something in the microwave, and that's as good as I get. If I tell a woman, come on over for steak and taters, that doesn't sound all that appealing. It doesn't sound like she's going to be really into it.
Yeah, but she's yours. If you do that, if you actually make that little bit of an effort,
she's going to be interested. If I say, I want to throw some steaks and some potatoes on a plate, come on over. Is there a way?
Well, it's also in the presentation. If you tell her that you're making her a grilled New York strip steak with cracked black pepper and whole grain mustard marinade with red potatoes, then you're taking a different approach.
Doug, you are good. You are good. I like it. Excellent advice. Thanks for coming on and sharing the book with us all.
Kevin, what would you make a girl for dinner?
What would I make a girl for dinner?
Yeah.
That's funny. I'd make her take her shoes off and get her barefoot ass back in the damn kitchen and make me my sandwich.
Kevin,
What?
you have to.
It's a good recipe.
Look, I want everyone out there to get laid on a regular basis. I really do. I think it's very important. And I know you've got your famous toast recipe and your ramen.
Pop-Tarts with butter.
See, that's what I'm talking about. If you could just do, okay, just learn a breakfast. Learn one meal, like in the morning, that after she stays the night, you can cook her one meal.
Whoa, Miss Lippy. The part I didn't like was where she was staying the night. Because come 10 o'clock, it's like, excellent 5, here's the cab, see you later.
All right, Kevin. That's why I hoped you were watching what we just shot, because that's for all you guys out there and guys like Kevin.
Guys, I hope you out there were watching what I just said. It's more
No,
important.
learn to cook.
Next up, we went behind the scenes of Bryan Singer's new Superman movie for an exclusive look at the costume fittings.
Just one meal.
You can make me a turkey sandwich right now.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Get that right.
Superman returns, wardrobe test. Try 1. And to the front, please. I don't know if that's going to go. I don't want to do the No. All right, thank you. Back to wardrobe, please. Superman returns, wardrobe test, take 3. Oh my. No, back to wardrobe. Superman returns, wardrobe test, take 7. Superman returns, wardrobe test, take 13. All right. That's good. Thank you. Back to wardrobe. All right.
Well.
You know, they can do really good things in post-production these days. Little After Effects work.
Yeah, well, here's hoping.
Yeah. Don't you wander off, everybody. There's more of Olivia's favorite Attack of the Show moments. They're right after this.
Hey, that's me. That's hot. That's it for my favorite Attack of the Show moments, folks.
Don't forget, everybody, our live E3 coverage beginning May 9th. We're going to come at you live for 3 hours every day from the show floor with hands-on demos, first look previews of all the games you've got to get. You don't want to miss it.
Visit G4TV.com for the up-to-the-second info. Meanwhile, I'm Olivia Munn.
And I'm still Kevin Pereira.
And tune in tomorrow to see if he cooks me breakfast tonight. Okay.
Computers on Attack of the Show provided by Intel. Someone's got to lose. Make sure it's not you. Play to win with Intel dual-core technology.